face, disarm me, no will to attack. Though the sorrow and fear, they may depart you today. I will fail you, of that I'm sure. I will remind you of the pain forevermore. And when my sins are just a memory, faith restored, I will fail you to the core.
Hey guys, it's Jace coming at you again. Alright, it's Thursday, March 3rd, 2016, and, well, I've been rather distracted lately. First off, my internet is currently down, so this podcast might not show up till next Monday. I apologize for that, but shit happens, right? Anyway, I have been kind of busy doing a few things, odd things, like, keeping myself busy, waiting to hear about this job, but in the meantime, I've been fucking around with a variation on a Force of Will deck I saw online. It's not really much. I didn't really tweak much, but it's a red-black rush, quote unquote, featuring the ruler Machina, the mechanical king or something, whatever the fuck it is, Machina. He's one of my favorites, just because I like his ability. Machina he's kind of it's a tutor, for those of you familiar with Magic the Gathering, but his tutor is an X Void cost, which Void is Force of Will's version of colorless. You tap X Will, you can search your deck for a Resonator or I think Addition, which is the same as basically Force of Will's version of an enchantment. Auras, enchant worlds and stuff like that. And reveal it and put it in your hand, then you shuffle your deck. Also, to his judgment, for everybody who knows what Force of Will is, you flip from a ruler to J ruler. It costs 4, so it's at the earliest a turn 4 flip, but that's not always smart. But I don't really remember what all I got. Pretty much the basic build of it. I think I swapped out 2 cards to change it to something else, because this was back when Seven Kings of the Land was the new hotness. So I removed 2 cards and swapped them with Dark Machina, the Gliding Shadow, the Resonator, just because he also he's a search, he's a fetch. But he fetches anything with no attribute, not just specifically Resonators or Additions. It's basically any card in your deck with no attribute. But as it is, let's see, I have, and also the guy on YouTube, the dude, his will base was 10 different will stones, but I don't have those kind of resources because I just don't have the money, and I also had kind of jumped in the game late, so I don't have access to all the awesome stones. So my stone base is 2 darkness, 2 fire, 2 light, and 2 wind, and then 1 Scorched Bale, which is red-black, and then Black Silence, which is black-green. And the reason why I did that, or the reason why he did that, is because of the Void Resonator Shakespeare. I have 4 of those in the deck, same as him. When it comes into play onto the field, you reveal the top Magic Stone of your Magic Stone deck, and if it does not share the same name as a stone already on your field, you may put it onto your field. Blah 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 blah, and that's kind of cool. Man, it's just and everything else it's the same. 3 Maribel Regalia, 3 Artemis Regalia, 2 Legatus, the Mechanical City Field Editions, 3 Soul Hunts, 1 Necronomicon, and I don't know. Find my list. Okay. 3 Maribel, 3 Artemis, 3 Soul Hunt, 2 Legatus, 3 Akashic Records of Flame, which are pretty cool. Soul Hunt is neat. It's 1 black, darkness, whatever. And each player banishes, sacrifices, banishes a Resonator, and then discards a card. Kind of cool. Legatus is a field edition, which gives all machines you control +2, +2, +200, +200. I say +2, +2, just for the whole Magic thing, because it's both the same thing. Akashic Records of Flame are pretty neat. It looks at your graveyard and basically reduces the cost of a spell that's in your graveyard if you have another copy. Like, say you throw a 2-drop in the graveyard, it dies or something like that. A creature that costs 2. You pull another one out of your thing. You have 1 Akashic on the field. It's free. We have 1 Necronomicon. Necronomicon is kind of a late game thing. You don't really want to do that too early. You can play cards from your graveyard, which works with Akashic Records, because it sees itself in the graveyard, and if it's you can play it for free from the graveyard. But if anything would go to the graveyard while Necronomicon's into play, it's removed from the game instead. And at the end of your turn, you have to throw away your entire hand. So you're going to want to try to play as many cards as possible with Necronomicon on the field. And then 3 March of the Machine Lord. That's your win condition right there. It's kind of cool. For each Resonator on your field with no attribute, it costs 1 void less to cast. It's a 5 void spell, so if you have already have a field full of void Resonators, you can essentially cast it for free. Also, if you have 1 in the graveyard with Akashic Records on the field, it's cheaper that way too. As far as Resonators, which are Force of Will's version of creatures, I have 4 Clockwork Soldiers, which are 1-drops. They're 3/3s, and you can pump them up for one void. Gives them, I believe, +2, +0, but you have to destroy it at the end of turn. Clockwork Scout Planes, 4 of those. They're 2-drop, and they're 5/5s with flying, which is turn 2. You drop at turn 2. Turn 3, you already got some serious power going out. It's really good. It's a really good 2-drop for 5/5 for 2. That's not bad. Then I have 2 Dark Machinas. Again, it's a 3-drop, 4/4, I believe. That when it enters your field, you get to search your deck for any card with no attribute. reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck, blah, blah, blah. 3 power supply teams. They're kind of cool. They're 5. It's another 3-drop, 5/5. You banish them to recover or untap another resonator, which is really neat. That's a really cool combo. 2 charging assaulters. I believe that's a 3-drop, and there's 7/7s. And they must attack if able. And when you choose to attack, you have to attack with those. And if they are blocked, they get +2/+0 until end of turn. Really nice. Then for Shakespeare, which I explained at the beginning, it's 3-drop. I'm not sure of the attack and defense, but when it enters the field, you reveal the top card of your Magic Stone deck, and as long as it doesn't match, as long as you don't already have one of that type on the field, you get to put it into play for. So it's kind of a ramp card. Then 3 Mozarts. Mozarts are a really good blocker, chump blocker. It's a 2-drop, 1 darkness, 1 colorless, and or 1 void. Sorry. And when she goes to the graveyard, they're all female, even though Mozart was not female. But in this particular set that these come from, they're female versions of historical figures. But when Mozart goes to the graveyard, your opponent has to banish a creature they control. So the optimum thing with that is to play a Soul Hunt with Mozart on the field. You choose to banish Mozart. Mozart hits the graveyard. They have to banish a creature. Then they have to banish another creature because of Soul Hunt, and then discard. So, you do as much as you can with that, and that's just nasty. And basically what you want to do is you want to, get a good, you want to get at least one of your charging assaulters on the field, and at least 1 Legatus on the field, and then you basically have enough will to play March of the Machine Lord if you don't flip Machina, which when he flips, he's an 8/8, I believe. And when he enters the field as a J ruler, you get to put up to 3 void, 3 resonators additions. I think it's additions with no attribute onto the field. So you basically get to play 3 cards for free as long as they're void. They have no attribute. And then you go for the rush with the March of the Machine Lord, which gives all resonators with no attribute +3/+3 and swiftness, which swiftness is basically haste. So ideally you'll want to flip Machina, drop 3, up to 3 resonators, or any combination of like 2 resonators and addition, which would be Legatus. So if you already have a Legatus on the field, you can drop the other one. But with Dark Machina in your hand, you play it. You can search, for whatever you need that way for free, which is kind of neat because it's not specifically resonators or additions. It's any card with no attribute. So you could pull out. You could tutor for the March of the Machine Lord, tutor for a Maribel or the Artemis Bow, or any of your machine resonator or void. Hell, even the other Dark Machina or one of the Shakespeares. It's a pretty good deck. I'm still waiting for my Shakespeares to come in the mail. I had to order those, and they were surprisingly cheap. They were only 29 cents a piece, which I was actually surprised considering the fact that my Mozarts and my Rasputins that I bought for, I paid 99 cents for a play set of each. And they're up worth almost $5 a piece now. I've got like $40 in 8 cards. But that's only if anybody wants to play it, pay that much. But yeah, I've been toying with that. And I've also been playing quite a bit of Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. I am like addicted to this game. I don't know why. It's just amazing. I'm trying to unlock characters. I don't remember the specific details. I unlocked Princess Ruto just completely by accident playing through the game. She's a pretty badass character. But yeah, if you've been living under a rock for the last, I don't know, year, maybe, Hyrule Warriors is basically the Dynasty Warriors style of game, but with Legend of Zelda characters. And unlike most of the Dynasty Warriors spin-offs, this one actually is pretty damn good. But Nintendo was like right up Koei Tecmo or Tecmo Koei, however you pronounce, whichever way you say that. They were up their ass, I would imagine, because Nintendo doesn't just say, here's our IP, do whatever the fuck you want. Well, I take that back. They did kind of fuck up Zelda with the CDI games. I'm a diehard fan. I will admit, those games are terrible. Just from what I've seen, I have not had the misfortune to play them, mostly because finding a CDI system and those games, while not impossible, is well beyond my budget at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing this week, and hopefully, I'm hoping I have my internet back up and running before before next week, but hopefully by the weekend at least, so that I can get this posted for what it's worth. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and we will talk again at another time. So you guys have a great weekend, whatever, and we will visit again.
Lost in the shadow of an endless grace, relentless, my reign is undone. In this abandon I will devastate, dismember till I